Hello everyone, this is Shadow Incarnate 6 bringing you today a game of Wukong the Monkey King. I'm doing solo top lane. This game I didn't really go flash on Wukong. I don't know why I didn't. I should have probably gone flash. The main reason being that my ultimate, its initiation can just be so far if I do flash and then spin and then everyone gets knocked into the air. This game, the reasoning behind me actually picking Wukong instead of like someone like an AP or something like Swain. I probably should have picked Swain against Jax, but I probably only would have picked Swain if we had some kind of hard initiator in the jungle like Nautilus. I don't know why we didn't have like a Nautilus or someone that could hard initiate really hard, like crazily. Someone that was a hard initiator could have been a much better jungler. Not to say that Xin Zhao is a bad jungler. I mean, his ganks are still really good. That's something that he doesn't get enough credit for. And by the way, you're going to notice that I'm not going to fast forward through this whole thing. The reason being that I don't know what's going on with League Replay right now, but it's like skipping around, and if I fast forward it too much, it stays on fast forward, and it's like some kind of bug. And I just don't want to fast forward and like end up having to do this whole thing over again like I've had to do 4 times because there's been a bunch of bug issues lately with the new patches. So I'm gonna go over my abilities while I'm waiting for these. While the replay system waits for the minions to spawn. His Q is like an armor reduction thing. It does it based on their percentage of armor, not a flat amount, which is something I really like. It's what really helps Wukong win trades really easily. I really like that about him. It's one of his best nuking powers early to mid game. Late game, his damage falls off, but he transitions into a tanky initiator type role, which is what I really like. Decoy is a disengage move, which makes like a clone of yourself, and I don't get it like really early. I get it at level 4. Level 4, I like get decoy, and the decoy, what's it called? Decoy makes like a clone of yourself and then stealths the real you so that you can get out of a situation without much harm done. Wukong is really good for both engaging and disengaging, and that's something I really like about him. Whereas with characters like Jarvan, you have to choose between engaging or disengaging because your stuff is on a decently high cooldown. Your Q isn't, but your flag is, which is something that I noticed. So that's that, and then this is kind of just a gap closer. You kind of just use it as a gap closer. It increases your attack speed, which also helps you win in trades, but really you mainly just use it to get next to somebody and to start a fight. The Nimbus Strike is really good for after you using Cyclone afterwards. Cyclone is his ultimate, and what it does is it starts him spinning, and when he spins and hits units, they get knocked into the air for a certain amount of time. As they stay in the area of the Cyclone, they get damage over time taken like based on a certain AD ratio. What I should have done there is I probably should have popped a few more potions and gone after him. My gap closer was up again. Probably could have exhausted him and killed him, actually. But I also didn't want to fed Jax, which is unfortunately something that kind of happens after I, stay too long. I should have probably waited to heal before going in on this, which this was my mistake. I don't know why I did this. He exhausts me. I go back to exhaust him, and then Ghost, and he kills me. What I should have done there is I should have just kind of kept running. He probably could have just flashed again. What I should have done after that was I should have just exhausted him. I tell Xin that he no longer has flash, but what I didn't want him to do was go in, which is exactly what he does. He does that. I'm like, no, don't do that, especially at half health. Why did he do that at half health? And then Jax kills him too, and I'm like, why did you do that, Xin? I was worried that would make him like a lot further behind, and I didn't know how that whole thing was going to turn out afterwards, so I just wanted him to wait till I got back, maybe got Wraiths, and then go back top, and then we probably could have killed him if he didn't pee. And now Jax had 2 kills, and I was worried about my chances of facing him at this point. I don't remember what happens a little bit afterwards, but unfortunately I can't fast forward it. So, anyway, yeah, Zinzas is my bad. I mean, like, you know, it was just kind of a miscommunication. I don't really blame him. I probably should have been specific and said, when you want to gank him, he has no flash, so that's fine. You can probably kill him. What should have happened, like I said, what should have happened last time is I should have waited until I was at like half health with my potions, but like by chugging down my potions. And right here, I didn't want to take a bit of damage from minions, so I just used it to disengage. See, that's the kind of thing. It stealths you, and then you're like, oh, this is really cool because now they can't see me, and I can get away pretty safely. It's also used for getting ahead in melee skirmishes because usually they like in a panic, your opponents like to waste all of their cooldowns on your clone. So it can be used as kind of a tricky mechanism. On the Riot server, on the what's it called? On the League of Legends server, it says that he has a low skill cap, like on the difficulty level. But I personally think to do a lot of his most complicated things, he has to really. You have to really know what you're doing with him because, see, like stuff like that. It's like, he got ahead of me in terms of trading. I just don't want to fight a red buff, blue buff Jax. I mean, like, double buff Jax just kind of is really scary. I saw him doing that, winding it up, and I was like, okay, I'll just walk away from you then. Yeah, we actually come out even there. I didn't expect myself to come out even in that trade. What I don't remember... Oh yeah, I remember. I saw Zin's out here. Jax gets baited again, so then... We both, oh well, not me. I guess I saw it. I didn't see him in this game. I don't remember what happened. This game was from I think a month or 2 ago. I think a month actually. So really, this is just my laning phase. I'm just kind of sort of suffering. I mean, like, not a whole lot I can do. I'm a little behind. I just want to focus on farming for the most part. Really, what'll happen now is that, like, if Jax tries to fight me, if he's ever at like below half health, I can probably just ult and then kill him because Wukong's killing power in lane is actually quite deceptive. He's still strong. People just don't use him. That's the thing. They don't like the fact that he has no sustain and that they don't know how to win trades with him. That's a little bit of a tricky part with him. You have to learn to use your decoy effectively. When they start to try to trade with you, especially if they have like abilities that they use a bunch, then they'll usually just waste their cooldowns on it, and then there's not much they can do about it. He's level 7, but now he has no double buff, so I'm not as worried about him. I don't think I have as much damage as he does. Let me look. Actually, I might have about as much as he does. I don't know why he didn't spend his money less frugally. I mean, I personally don't like wriggles on Jax very much, so why he did that, I'll never really know. Right here, I come out ahead on that trade because I use my decoy and he starts empowering and auto-attacking the clone and not me, so that's why I was able to do that. Then he took too much damage from the turret. I did it a little too late, but what I decided to do a little later was, here, you'll see. I mean, really, for the most part, this is just me kind of trying to push back because Jax is pushing at himself. I don't want the turret to hit more minions. And then here we go. This is when I decide to ult instead of running. I don't know why I didn't try to, like, flash or something when that happened, because staying in my ultimate isn't exactly the smartest idea, especially when your armor is reduced by, let's see how much now. No, it's still 30%. Okay, well, the armor reduction stays the same, unfortunately, throughout all levels. I guess it'd be kind of OP if it scaled more, but and he could actually fight Malphite. Yeah, that's another champion that's getting more popularity lately. Is Malphite. So. I don't know what date you're watching this, but hopefully Malphite isn't nerfed by the time you watch this. I just wanted to ask Zin if I could get these golems because, you know, I was already pushed. I didn't want the jungler to come out of nowhere and destroy my face. Again, unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch through this stuff because I don't really want the whole thing to crash again. Let's see what's happening in the other lanes. Oh no, Alistar, don't go in there. Actually, do go in there because then we'll get fed and stomp you. Yeah, I don't know what the other lane matchups are. I wasn't really paying attention to the other lanes. I had kind of a, oh god, I don't know what that was. I had kind of a, I guess, stereoscope. I don't know what the word for it is. Well, looks like Talon's fighting Vlad, and that's, oh yeah, I remember this game. I was like, oh no, Talon's fighting Vlad. That means Vlad's gonna get destroyed. It did end up happening kind of early, I mean, but then Vlad kind of pulls it together and he's fine. Yeah, see, he gets killed again, whatever. Well, I have Philstone now, so really, depending on, like, there are certain champions that it's more efficient to build a lifesteal on and less efficient to build it on, and it's like... And right here, look, see, I can get out on, and because normally if you're a melee champion and you try to get out of that kind of situation, you can't do it because you don't have like stealth or anything, and they try to kill you. I mean, each would probably kill you because he'd keep auto attacking you. But in that decoy situation, we got out even because he kept auto attacking my clone, and then I got away. But yeah, now I can pretty much spam my Q all day in lane and not really care. I probably should have said Jax me. I don't remember if I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Anyway, as I was saying, efficiency with lifesteal. There are certain champions where, like, you can build wriggles and it won't hurt them that much because you pretty much keep that item throughout the entire game because that's your only form of sustain. Wukong is unfortunately not one of those people because he has to get into combat, tank everything, and then spin. It's kind of the reason why you don't build a Mumu with lifesteal. Well, Mumu is a character that is not efficient with lifesteal. Yeah, then Jax was smart this time and traded better. Actually, but still, I mean, he took a lot of damage from minions, so I don't know if that was really worth it. And then I can just regen from my, here we go. And then this is where Jax dies, because we all dive him. Because we decide, hey, let's dive this guy, and then I'm like... unfortunately, Jax doesn't live. Hang on. Let me see if I pop my ghost here. I don't remember if I did. Oh yeah, he tried to kill me, and he almost did, but then I lived. And I was like, oh no, minions are attacking me. Better not die to them, because that would be extremely embarrassing. So yeah, I really like Wukong. I mean, like, a lot of other people may say, oh man, like, you can't build lifesteal on him. That's terrible. It's like, just because you can't build lifesteal on someone and he's got no sustain no real efficient sustain, doesn't mean that you shouldn't look at him. I mean, Wukong, let's think. Volibear is actually another one of them. Both those characters are inefficient to build lifesteal on. They're still pretty solid solo tops, because they've got a lot of other stuff that kind of compensates for the lack of sustain. Volibear's got his constant AoE damage in teamfights and stuff, and he's got disruption and slowing power. Wukong just has this amazing initiation and an armor reduction on carries, which means that it's going to be that the enemy AD carry is going to take more damage from the allied one. So those are types of things you need to look at. I mean, like, don't just look at sustain or one specific attribute about a champion. Look at every single aspect of them. This most recent champion, actually, released pretty recently, Jace, I have been loving. Like, he has been one of my favorite champions so far. Played him a ton in the PvE. Really liked how he flowed. Really liked his feel. Really liked where he emphasized his power. I have always loved late-game characters. Wukong is not a late-game character, but he has a lot of use late-game, which is why I like him. It's not... Wukong doesn't really have a horrible amount of killing power later on, but he doesn't have to because he has his ultimate. It's kind of the same reason why Rumble is fine. I mean, even though I'm terrible with Rumble. Rumble is fine out of the laning phase because he has his ultimate, and it's really good for post-initiation. Really like Rumble as a champion, but I am awful with him, so that's why you won't really see any commentaries, if any at all. Hang on a minute, let me look at something. And Jax somehow dies to Ezreal, and oh, he dove him. Okay, I understand. I don't know why Vlad is that far in. He's probably going to die. I think he did die, actually. Oh no, Ignite! No, don't go back. Don't go back, Vlad. Okay, so I saw everyone in mid, and I saw that Jax died in mid lane. So I went ahead and pushed top lane. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a solo queue game, so you won't see any Scone Thief at all, or like any of us being silly or ridiculous. I probably should have gone back mid, but I also wanted to push this because Jax was nowhere to be seen. Probably could have fought this Talon, actually. I have my... Oh yeah, my passive also makes me insanely tanky without building much tank items. That's something else that nobody really looks at. Stone Skin may be a boring passive, but it's extremely effective. It gives him armor... I think it scales per level. I mean, per, like, 6 levels, too, so... That's also really positive about it. By late game, by, like, level 18, he's, like, impossible to kill without, like, a full team, because he has Stone Skin, which increases his armor and magic resistance for each champion that's around him. It's kind of like Aurelia's, except with, like, not CC mitigation, but more so everything mitigation. Like, how do I explain it? Oh, yeah, Talon gets a little more fed here. But Ezreal kills... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Well, thank God for everybody on the other team dying. Well, not really everyone. Wait a minute. What the heck happened? I have no idea what just happened. How is Vlad still alive? Did Miss Fortune get out alive? Or did she die? Also, I don't know what this Jax is leveling first. Because, like, if you noticed, that Leap Strike didn't do any damage. Don't know why you wouldn't max Leap Strike first. It's, like, his best form of sticking power. But I digress. I go ahead and tell them that he's coming mid, Vlad, so you should be careful and stuff. I mean, like, I don't want him to die to Jax. I don't want Jax to be a terror or whatever, a late game terror like he usually is. I don't think he got to that point, though, because we had some really good initiations on both Leona's and kind of my part, I guess. I don't remember what I went back and bought here. I think I bought a few more Doran's blades or something. Maybe I bought a Sheen. Don't quite remember. Like I said, it's been a while since I... yeah, again, I really wish I could fast forward this, but again, I don't want this thing to crash. I will not say that again. I have repeated myself 3 times. But, yeah, anyway. I go ahead and get, I think, Merc Treads, and then I get 2 components of Aegis of the Legion. Yeah, I planned on building Aegis of the Legion this game because, if you notice, they have a pretty balanced out team. Talon was getting a little fed. I wanted to build that cloth armor into something. Also, I don't know why I went into that whole thing. Oh boy. Yeah, that clone got dealt a lot of damage, and I was like really scared. Vlad comes over here. I don't know where Jax went. Oh yeah, and then I saw he's like over there stealing our red. And I'm like, wow, you're so mean. Why are you stealing our red, you meanie face? So then, like, anyway, yeah, he tries to attack my clone again. I don't know why Vlad went back in. He got himself killed. Here we go. Hang on a minute. Let me see something. I went ahead and got away here. I didn't want to, like, die to Olaf. Olaf was already pretty considerably fed. Leona goes in, kills Talon somehow. I go back in because I'm pretty confident in my ability to keep Olaf from killing me. And I went ahead and juked with him. Juked with my clone and pretty much avoided all of his damage. Still love Wukong for that kind of reason. You can confuse the crap out of people in teamfights because you'll be like, oh, look, I'm right here. Oh, wait, I'm over there. Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, that's Wukong for you. I mean, like, let's see. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just texting my girlfriend. Anyway, I have red buff now, and I'm extremely happy about that. I have my Aegis of the Legion, which means that I'm not going to die like ever, because in team fights, that whole steroid of me getting 6... Let me see what it is now. Is it still 6? No, it's 8 now. For getting 8 armor and magic resist per champion is still going to be active. So that means that I am going to, at maximum, get a 40... I'm going to get 40 of each in maximum team fights, which means that I can get into the middle of everybody without caring. I don't have any form of sustain, but usually that's the least of everyone's worries, is the fact that they can easily kill me, blah blah blah. Yeah, more people get killed. This game I was like, oh no, I'm winning somehow, but my team's also losing, so what's going on here? Jax chases them without seeing that I'm coming, so what happens is I come after them, kill the overextending fools, and destroy them. And, yeah, I kill Talon, because, again, they overextended, and they didn't pay attention to where I was. But top is pushed. I'm just going to roam with my team now. I'm getting more into the habit of doing that, joining my team a little earlier, because, especially this game where people were really behind, they really needed my help to stay in this game. I mean, not to say that they were bad. They weren't bad players, but it's like... And right there, I probably didn't have to use my ult. I probably should have given the kill to Vlad, but I wanted to make sure that, you know, Jax wouldn't get away with his leap or something stupid like that, but... yeah, so right now I'm going bot because I want... Oh, I forgot that my dash wasn't that long range, but I was trying to dash to the dragon. So that's pretty much, you know, we just get an easy dragon here. I don't know where Misfortune was. Oh, she was just trying to take dragon from us or something, because if you heard that, it was just bullet time or whatever. Excuse me. Again, I'm not bored. Like, I don't know if I said this in a video ago or 2 videos ago. I'm not bored when I yawn. It's just that I get really tired really easily. I don't know why, but I really like this champion. Like I said, he's just so... The amount of things you can build as a bruiser on him, I mean, like... And I'm like, no! Why did you guys do that? How did you guys not know that all of them were coming? They were all MIA. By the way, Leona somehow gets out of this, and I'm not even sure how the hell she does this. Look, she's still going. They only killed Ezreal. Look at that. And then... Oh boy. And then Alistar saves her for some reason. And then I'm like, okay, well, good for you. Yeah, and I got a Phage, and I'm on my way to a Trinity Force. I've got plenty of tankiness, I figure, because nobody seems to like to focus me or something. That and the fact that Talon just doesn't really hurt me, and I can usually just juke him out anyway. But I digress again. I have a lot of health by now. You will see this game that I get an Atmaz because, oh, well, it got nerfed. Well, too bad. I wanted armor, and I found no better item, really. I mean, I could have gotten a Frozen Heart, but by then I could have just flat out bought an Atmaz, so why not get Atmaz? Right here. He tries to push my tower. I don't let him because I'm a mean guy. Yeah. I don't remember... Oh yeah, we catch Talon, but unfortunately Talon also catches Ezreal. But I go ahead and kill Talon in return, so whatever. No big deal. 1-for-1 trade, that's not terrible. Especially since now I'm unstoppable. Unfortunately, I have a bounty on my head now, so I gotta be a little more careful. But be careful with Wukong. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and right here, I don't remember what... Oh yeah, and then Jax, like, tries to chase after me. I'm not sure why. Yeah, we're coming out about even here. I mean, like, in terms of trading. So I'm just like, okay, well, you can keep trading, man. I'm not gonna harsher mellow on that. But also, I see, oh boy, Zin picked a fight with Olaf for some weird reason. And now I need to get the hell out of here. So I do. And they don't chase me, thank God, because otherwise they probably could have killed me. I don't know if they're still waiting in the tri-bush or what, but... Oh, wait, no, I think... Yeah, there's Jax. Jax is a bit of misfortune, so... I remember where Olaf was, but... Also, if you just saw right there, the clone can be used as kind of a blink, not really like... Okay, well, now that after I saw Ignite, I was just like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I don't understand what the team was doing, what the enemy team was doing here, but well, I think we come out ahead here, so. Alright, I don't remember how Misfortune got killed there either. We stayed too long. I think Vlad actually kind of pays the price here. I kill Olaf, but also I didn't want to get close to Talon for a free kill. Talon probably could have gone for Ezreal, but then I would have just E'd and then Q'd to him, which is probably why he just went away. Oh wait, no. Now he's oh wow, that was a stupid displacement, and that made me upset. And then I was like, okay, now Zin's there, and then destroyed his face. And then we kill Alistar. Unfortunately, he kills me back, but oh no, we don't kill Alistar. Vlad kills him. Oh no, Alistar got my bounty. He's gonna do a lot with that gold. That's one of the reasons why I felt like, whatever. I'll just go ahead and help my team get a kill. I knew I probably wasn't going to live. I mean, diving an Alistar isn't exactly the least suicidal thing to do. So I knew going in that we were going to get destroyed. Misfortune, I don't know what score she had. Let me look. Okay, she's 3-3-3. Not too bad. Our Ezreal's a little ahead. He's 7-3. He's not like, you know, overwhelmingly ahead. Let's see. Talon is a little ahead. I'm pretty ahead. I mean, like, I've got most of my I've got 2 of the 3 components for my Trinity Force. So after I either get a kill on Jax or just farm a little bit more, I think we'll be fine. Also, I don't even know if Jax does anything like later on in the game. He just, I don't know. He had an advantage in lane, and then he just kind of didn't do anything with it. So, not sure why he didn't, but he didn't. So. Oh, there's Jax. What do you know? There he is. I didn't want to waste my ult here because I didn't know if we could kill him or not, so we just decided to poke at him a lot. I wanted to see if I could burn anything, which is why I just kind of kept chasing him. I didn't really want to dive him, though, because I'm already pretty ahead. I didn't want to do anything stupid. I wanted to make sure that Vlad was safe, didn't want Jax to be aggressive, and if he was, I would have just E'd, Q'd, and then, like, Nabs come alone. I don't even know what that means. And that's why I said Nab. Nabs come alone. I don't even know what that means, but... Anyway, I go after Talon. He ignores me. I go ahead and ult everybody. It was kind of a losing team fight. Don't know what we hope to gain from this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and die here. I don't know why I went back in like that. I have my Trinity Force down now, though, so I guess that's a plus. I didn't know how much damage Talon was gonna do. I kept underestimating him. I was like, yeesh! That's annoying. I was not expecting that. Oh boy. Talon got a little greedy there. And I'm like, oh no, well, it looks like I'm building armor. So, after Trinity Force, I don't remember what I was going to go for. But Vlad seems to be considerably ahead now. Well, more ahead than he was before. He's got 7 kills, 4 deaths, instead of 0 kills and 2 deaths. But, yeah. Anyway, I don't know why it's doing that with the mouse, so I'm not going to click on the mini-map that much anymore. I mean, like, I will, but I won't, you know? Zin is building glass cannon. That's kind of the other reason why I wanted to build really, really tanky. Oh yeah, this was about the time where I went for my Atmas, because I have a lot of health for some weird reason. Trinity Force and Aegis, man, they give a bit of health on their own. I just wanted a bit more damage, and I wanted to survive. And since they didn't really have any AP, I guess, you know, just build AD and you'll be fine. Jax was really the only AP damage they had, and Jax, as exhibited, can't really do much to me at this point. So that's really the reason why I did all this. And right now, my CS could be better. I wish it was better, but like especially earlier. But yeah, we see Talon here. We go ahead and wait for them to come in. I don't know why they didn't wait until, like, I don't know why Alistar waited until he did that before we went out on him. But whatever the case, we go ahead and, I think, yeah, we dove too long. I don't know why I did this, but I ended up getting a kill anyway, so I think I got a kill on Talon. Oh wait, no! I was running away from Olaf, and I was like, oh no, leave me alone, Olaf, you're mean. And then, yeah, I got out alive. Ezreal killed Jax, so yeah. We came out ahead on that in that team fight again. Don't think they surrender yet, though. This is about the point where we're starting to get pretty ahead, like to the point where they can't do much. Vlad is becoming late game Vlad. Xin Zhao fell off, but that's okay, because even though I fell off too, I can also initiate pretty well. Ezreal's still getting fed. Vlad's still getting fed. Vlad got a double kill just now. And, yeah, I'm pretty confident in our chances. I have 163 armor, which is only going to get larger when I get into bigger team fights, so that's also something to look forward to. Wukong, underrated champion, man. Well, pretty good, but people don't give him the credit he deserves. Falls off early. Yes, he does. We get that, but he transitions into a pretty damn good role. Yeesh, I don't even remember what happens here. I think we just kind of don't do much until the next team fight. And then Alistar is doing the blame game, which is what every team does whenever they're losing. So, let's see. There's a, how was I going to say it? There's a misconception on how you use Wukong. People say you should, like, be a tanky DPS that's pretty standard and stuff, and that's another reason why he's boring. And it's like, I mean, I don't understand why people think that. His kit is built differently from an AD kit, from an AD bruiser or a what's it called, a tanky DPS. Yeah, he's got a tanky steroid. Yeah, he's got a nuke. But what he doesn't, he only has one method of hard CC. You can't really rely on that to be, like, you know, a generic tanky DPS. You have to build him a bit differently, a bit more tanky, so that you can get in, initiate, reduce their armor, continue to put out damage a bit, make sure that the AD carry hits the person that you reduced the armor on. By the time your ultimate wears off anyway, I mean, you should be... And then I'm like, oh man, guys, why did you go in on this, man? That was bad of you guys. You shouldn't have done that. Luckily, only Xin dies from this, so we don't come out horribly behind. Yeah, Leona gets away again. I'm not sure why that is. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't want them to team fight though because Vlad wasn't there. I don't know why I was so afraid of Olaf. He already used his true damage here, and then I reduced his armor. I go ahead and ult Misfortune again, and we go ahead and kill her. We're kiting Jax as much as we can, and my god, we did. Thank god. Ezreal barely got out of that. I'm not sure how he even managed. I think this is when they surrender. I'm not positive. Oh yeah, I go ahead and do that, and then bait his ultimate out. And I knew exactly where he went, and I probably would have caught him if he hadn't done that. So, Talon no longer has his ult, and since they increased the cooldown on it, it won't be up for a considerable amount of time, let alone the next team fight. Nah, I'm not gonna dive. What was it? I ain't gonna dive Talon. Blah blah blah. Like that's what I was trying to say, but then I realized he wasn't that stupid. Yeah. Don't know why I just popped Q for no reason. But yeah, you've seen many times that really Wukong's job is to go in, gap close onto the carry, Q them, and then ult them, and they're probably dead. And if they aren't, they've probably burned a flash or are low enough to kill anyway. Kind of a similar role to Olaf's. Olaf can do it a bit better, but what Wukong has over Olaf is that he can disengage a lot better. Let me explain. Olaf, if he's in the middle of everybody, he has to rely on his ultimate to catch the AD carry. Once that ultimate's gone, he's going to get CC'd to hell and back and probably die. He'll kill the carry, but that'll also put them kind of even. I mean, they don't have as much damage on either side at that point. They no longer have a true damage form. Again, don't know why they went in without me. I mean, let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Then I go ahead and ult again. I don't know why I didn't keep my ultimate like that. This team fight was just a disaster on their part. I don't know why they were so disorganized. Yeah, and I have an Atmas now, if you didn't notice, so that's why I'm doing like obscene amounts of damage. Everyone is dying. Just everyone is getting destroyed on their team. They may have had an advantage earlier on when Talon was getting fed, but now Talon just can't get close to us because Leona will just CC lock him all day. So yeah, that's GG. I mean, I really like this champion. He's really strong, really underrated, really flexible, really tanky, great initiator. Get him if you want a really strong solo top that can win certain trades against melee opponents. And see how you like him. I mean, seriously, he's quite good. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Hello, sorry, I